So let's do a video on some of the highest paying niches for freelance copywriting. So this is a question I get a lot. What niche should I focus on? What industry should I go into with my copywriting? Where should I focus my time and energy to get clients, right? I've said in previous videos, you don't necessarily need a niche for copywriting because the principles apply across the board. Once you learn persuasive writing, like persuasive copywriting, you can apply it to any single niche. There are some caveats to that though, which I want to jump into in this video. So before I give you the niches, the highest paying niches, I just want to talk a little bit about saturation, because some people think that they shouldn't go into certain niche industries because they've been told or they think it's too saturated. The thing with this is though, if something is saturated, it means there is high demand in there. So for sure, you're going to get other copywriters who are already in that area. On the other side of the coin though, if you try and find non-saturated niches or like smaller niches that copywriters haven't discovered yet or something, you're wasting your time because one, there's not as much demand there. And because of that, they're going to be lower paying niches. You're almost shooting yourself in the foot if you're stopping yourself by saying something is too saturated to go into. My only caveat with picking a niche is pick something you know something about. Don't just start writing in one of these niches I'm about to share with you just because I've said there's money in it. There's no point you starting to go into finance or the investing niche if you've got no idea about any of that stuff and it's just alien for you to write. One, your confidence isn't going to come across to potential clients, and two, you're going to have a very hard time writing. When you are writing, for instance, emails and all sorts of other pieces of copy you may write for a client, you want things to flow easily. You'd be surprised how much brain power it uses when you have to actually think of things to write, and you're using a lot of your brain power to research rather than letting ideas flow because you have a bit of intellectual knowledge about that subject or topic. For instance, for myself, I could write all day long about most things in health and fitness and most things in business building because that's what I'm somewhat passionate about, having interest in. So it makes more sense for me to go towards those types of niches than niches like, I don't know, intimacy, dating, parenting. I don't have kids, so why would I ever go into that? So pick a niche that you know something about. Now let's just jump into the top paying niches. Now understand that there are three main niches in everything in life, or the three highest paying niches: health, wealth, and relationships. Now every single sub niche will sit under one of those three categories. So let's jump into the first niche, which is relationships. So we have some sub niches within relationships, and there's so many of these, but I'm going to give you three just to start ideas off. And again, you can use platforms like YouTube, Instagram, even ChatGPT to help you find these sub niches. Not very hard. First, you've got dating advice, then you've got sexual health and intimacy, and then you have parenting, right? Those are three examples. Those three sub niches are something that I personally wouldn't really venture into too much. I personally don't feel confident about writing in that niche. I could do, but there are lower hanging fruit that I could go after, which are way easier for me. But those three within relationships will get you started. You've also got personal development. You could do long distance relationships. You could write for people in marriage, counseling, divorces. Literally, there's so many categories, it is ridiculous. So my advice is to choose something you know something about. Next category is wealth. So again, this is not just all about making money, but living a wealthy life. I'm going to give you three examples that do talk about money. This could be business building. It could be like anything to do with making money online. It could be investing. It could be crypto. Those are all high paying copywriting niches. They're popular, and because there's a direct return, i.e. making money, people are willing to pay copywriters higher amounts for this work. Only go into crypto, for example, if you have an interest or know anything about crypto. Don't just go into it because I've said there is money in there. And then the final one, or final pillar, is health. So this could be things like supplements, nutrition, health and fitness, strength training, weight loss. You know, there's so many subcategories and sub niches within health. And again, I feel quite confident about writing in this niche because I am an advocate of health and fitness. I love strength training. I do a lot of CrossFit. I do a lot of mountain biking. I enjoy learning about aspects of everything to do with health and fitness. So for me to write for a client within that niche, it's a lot easier than going into something which I have zero knowledge in and I'm just going there to follow the money, essentially. So never do that. Never just blindly follow the money. Like that is the path to getting yourself stressed out and just chasing an endless goal that doesn't really exist. Like just go into something that you have somewhat of a knowledge in, and it will pay off massively. I can guarantee that. So I hope that was useful. There are obviously many other niches you can go into and sub niches that are high paying and like in demand for copywriters. There are some useful links below to join my copy club and my 0 to paid copywriting course, which is a course I put together to give you the roadmap to find your first few clients. Any questions on niches, copywriting in general, drop a comment below and I'll get back to you with a comment, or I'll make a video and share it on this channel. See you next video. Take care.